Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in a prior video we took a look at this zoom tube monocular from the company Nocs Provisions. This is a beautiful, simple, handheld monocular. Very lightweight, very compact, but extremely capable. Just a great build, excellent clarity, a fantastic piece. But we have a little bit of an opportunity today. It's Eclipse time. And here we have a small filter that goes on the front of the zoom tube to make sure that I can zoom in and watch the eclipse. This is a fully ISO rated piece that goes right on the front here. We're going to test this thing out. Hopefully I don't melt my eyeballs, but there's only one way to figure that out, and that's to get into it. And so with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Nocs Provisions who did provide these for review. And so for my testing today, I definitely want to be mounted to a tripod, which will help keep everything nice and steady. So that's the nice thing about these zoom tubes, is they do come threaded, and the ability to hold standard sort of hardware and mounting for whatever you need. And this has actually worked out very well for me. I like mounting this actually right on my shoulder, and I do have some adapters to let this go right on a pack, which is cool. But then when it comes down to the actual lens, so this lens adapter here, this is what is absolutely going to allow us to look at the sun through a zoom tube without burning out our eyeballs. And so the key is this is ISO 12312, 12,312 rated for viewing the sun, weatherproof. And really, this is a lens and filter that should help protect my eyes, but also the sensor of my phone, which is what I'm going to be using here. Now, as we get into this and fold this open, this does have some instructions. Install the filter on the zoom tube before looking at the sun. Well, that's good. Limit continuous use of the Eclipse filter to 3 minutes at a time. That's fair. Never view without the filter. Permanent eye damage, eye protection. Never use it with other devices. So they're getting pretty specific to cover their butts, and I don't blame them. And as we get into this here, the front of this looks to be threaded. And, oh, crazy. So the front of this is threaded. Look at that. So they've already kind of thought about this stuff in their construction. And it's just a little bit rubberized in the front. So I'm like going reverse thread for a second here to try to get this to work its way in without cross threading. And that feels like it's going to go on nice. Oh, yeah. No problem. And ba-boom, look at that. So now this should be like totally dark and ready to start staring at the sun. But I have an eclipse coming in a mere matter of like very short amount of time, and I got to get to where I'm going. So let's do some preliminary testing and get ready for this. right, guys, there you have it. A look at the Nocs Provisions zoom tube with the solar filter. Now, all things considered, very effective. When you put the solar filter on the front of the Nocs Provisions zoom tube, it literally makes it almost completely black until you look at the sun, and then you can definitely see. Now, you'll notice that I did use this in combination with a bracket that held my cell phone tight up against this and allowed me to zoom in, which was awesome. So the solar filter absolutely doing its job to protect both my eyes when using this with my naked eye, but also to protect the electronics, which was really, really cool. And I hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, I didn't have a view of totality where I was, but I definitely got a pretty good show. It was a nice day, awesome atmosphere, a lot of people out there, and just a great way to enjoy checking it out. And it was really neat to be able to film it and to enjoy it. So all in all, this did work very effectively. Now, the things that I like, of course, it protected my eyes and it protected my electronics. I like the fact that this was nicely threaded, threads right on the front of this, and very interesting that Nocs Provisions did think this through from the construction early on in production to allow for thread-on adapters. There are more than just the solar filter adapter out there. There's also macro photography type of filters and all kinds of different stuff, which I think is very interesting. But the one thing I can say is, now what? There's only a box. I wish this filter came with a case. So it should just have a very simple little plastic case that I can take this off, drop it in the case, snap it shut, and then store it. So for me, I'm just really keeping this box around and kind of popping this back in and using the box as a case, which is fine. But the question is, you know, how long will a little cardboard box last? I just prefer to have a dedicated and standalone case for the filter, which I think would be a great enhancement. But other than that, really cool. These zoom tubes and all Nocs Provisions products are awesome. I can highly recommend them. So if you like what you see here today, look in the description box below where you can find links for your own zoom tube or any other Nocs Provisions products. To the people at Nocs, thank you so much for providing this for review. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor. Take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there. So if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.